With regards to Matt Martin, obviously, from time to time he'll draw in the playoffs. So he'll play at some point.
I hope they play long enough. Yeah, he does.
And it makes sense if you're going to trade him to continue to interest teams and that sort of thing too.
Especially if he's hurt.
But with Matt Martin, being the role player that they wanted him to be and that they praised last year, you haven't heard that praise this year as much.
Like as a locker room guy?
Yeah. And I'm wondering, and now we're hearing Don Cherry going on Hockey Night Canada. Oh, Martin's gone. Well, Don Cherry's not, listen, you can say what you want about Don Cherry, and I disagree with Don Cherry on many things, but I have a ton of respect for him. Don Cherry's not picking that out of thin air. Don Cherry talks to people. People talk to Don Cherry.
I think he's smarter than a lot of people think, and he's smarter than he appears on television.
Do you think it's because the locker room now belongs to Matthews and the young kids? Do you think now it's
Absolutely.
It's their second year? They went to the playoffs. Now they've taken control and proven that they're the leaders in the room.
You think
and
it's
they
a
don't
little
need Martin?
A little bit of whatever, Dad.
Exactly. Yeah.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Well, and also what's been interesting, with the exception of the Levo trade rumors that, I don't know, it seemed like he really regretted. And I don't know if that was 100% his decision.
It might have been his agent.
It seemed like it might have been his agent. And also, request wasn't all that unreasonable.
Play me.
Please? Please? No, but with regard to Martin, all we ever heard about him getting scratched from the lineup is it devastated him. And, if you're that internally, fine, and I totally get it. And I don't blame him for feeling that way, but it sounds like it was outward. And how great of an influence can that be on the team? Like, if you're Josh Levo and you're seeing Matt Martin pouting, yeah, welcome to the freaking club, dude. Like, I've been here.
That's what he said, though. I think the Athletic asked him about that, and he said, I can't really complain. Like
Martin
Josh.
Levo?
Okay,
Yeah.
Wait, Levo did or Martin?
Martin.
Levo.
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry, Martin said, I can't really complain.
Oh, okay.
Josh has sat out and been a good soldier.
Okay,
and
well, if that's what he said, then I'm
fairly
right
sure
back.
that, now, I don't quote me on that, because I think that was the quote. He's like, there's other people on this team that have sat out and whatever.
Sure, if that is what he said, then...
And that's fine that it's devastated him,
also
because, of course...
Maybe he says all the right things in the media, but in the locker room, it's not so much so. But in his last game, he was real good. So all you can ask of a player who gets sat is when you play, frickin' be good. Not that hard of a request,
Yeah,
I don't think.
fair enough.
And he was last game, and I expect him to be this game.
Matt
Matt Martin plays his best hockey when he plays hockey.
Yeah. When he's not finishing checks that you don't need to finish.
Yeah.
And he's not yapping. He does, like you said it before, he's got a hockey player's brain and a not hockey player's skill set.
I think
In
so.
the sense, he is an NHL player. There's no
playing
question.
in the wrong decade. I think there's a reason why he was so good earlier in his career. The game is it's changing. He was really good in his role. He was really good on that line. I don't know what their numbers were or anything. I know they had success. But he chose his hits carefully against the Sabres, and he squished someone. I think it was a rookie, just like a bug. It was so bad. And I think it was Gus Katsaros I was seeing tweeting about this. Finishing your hits is great in some circumstances. And in a lot of cases, it's just a waste of energy. He didn't waste any against Buffalo last game. There was a lot of windshield wiping going on in Buffalo. He smushed some guys.